The N line is the north spur for the Fast Tracks plan. It connects the north and northeast suburbs.
Notably the Tex Rail line in Texas, and I drew upon that prior experience to tackle many areas that you have to deal with, go through engineering, go through finance, go through all the different functional areas, and you let everybody know that we have a date. We're going to start this service on September 21, and you just tackle one at a time. I've really been appreciative and impressed with the work that's been done by the staff that's been here, that have been working in the trenches for several years to get this going. They've done a superb job. This is one of the most beautiful rail lines I've had the fortune to be a part of putting into service. It's a great railroad. It will be tremendously successful.
The N line was part of the Fast Tracks initiative passed by voters in 2004, and it ultimately came about with a contract between RTD and regional rail partners. That contract was entered into in December of 2013. Groundbreaking took place in March of 2014.
So this has been a very challenging project, been a long project. Because of the nature of the design-build project that RTD uses to build a lot of these projects, it doesn't really mesh very well with how the cities do their work. So having that collaboration on a daily basis really helped facilitate that effort to make sure that what we were producing could get through their processes so they can issue their planning documents, so they can issue their permits for our work to get done. They were involved all the way through the whole design and all the way through construction. So it was a good and a big effort that both sides worked well together.
As most of us know, driving I-25 from this area into downtown is no fun. Congestion is a problem. Time is a problem. And so to be able to hop on a train and get to Denver and back, whether you're shopping or dining or going to a Rockies game or working, is a blessing because we can make it in a short amount of time. The opportunity to take cars off I-25 to ease congestion is very important. And with the ease of congestion comes better air quality.
There's a lot of excitement, both with the residents as well as with the businesses. This is an incredible opportunity for workers to be moving back and forth, restaurants, an opportunity for people to go back and forth and experience cuisine in different places, get to their jobs, go visit family. Everyone's really excited, and the business interests and the land values around our train stations have just been steadily increasing over the past several years. It really shows that appetite in the market for having solid transportation-oriented development on the N line.
With this new commuter rail station, we have an opportunity to transform Commerce City. New housing, new retail, new dining options can all be built up around this station, and because of the connectivity of the commuter rail, we're able to bring residents that don't live in Commerce City here to our city to experience what we have to offer. That's more revenue for our city that is coming in instead of revenue constantly leaving our city while people go outside the city for those options.
Northglenn has a sustainability plan, and the N line opening fits in beautifully. It provides an eco-friendly way for us to come into downtown, but also for other residents to join our beautiful city. Our N line station in Northglenn is in the heart of our neighborhoods. So many of our residents will be able to walk directly there. If not, it's a short bike ride, and then they can hop on this beautiful train and go north or south. Our station is special because we have multiple art projects in and around the station connected to a transportation theme. It's beautiful.
Thornton is a bedroom community. It's a place where people can come to be part of a smaller community but still have access to things like the city of Denver. And having the N line come in gives us that access to the rest of the metro area. So we're not just a little bedroom community anymore, we actually are connected to the rest of the Denver metro area. Every station has a focus. So we'll have some high density housing, we'll have some retail, we'll have some commercial, but it's an opportunity for those areas to actually grow outside of just what we've been able to have in the past.
This has been a great effort by a lot of people, and people from long before I've been on the board. Senior leadership, general managers, staff, the contractor, Adams County commissioners, stakeholders in the area. Everyone has been involved in this project and moving it forward, and it's an incredible thing to see this happening today.
But this has not been easy. This has been hard. Got a few bumps and bruises through the process of this thing, but everybody kept going. And now we're going to have a final, a wonderful connection that really ties the whole city together.
Really appreciative to all the men and women on the RTD side, on the RRP side, the city, to get this all done. And then now it's coming to the end, and it's getting those last little things buttoned up and make sure everything is perfect is really our biggest effort to try to make sure we get everything done ready for opening day.
So as we complete this line in September of 2020, we'll be looking to the new general manager and CEO who will be taking over shortly, and we'll let her tackle where it goes from here.
With the opening of the end line,
RTD is connecting more communities up north than ever before.
From Denver's Union Station through Commerce City,
North Glen to Thornton and beyond.
RTD is creating greater access and better connections.
And moving people more effectively
To all the places they need and want to go.
Across the entire metro region.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are just about on top of our ceremony, so if everybody would please move in and take a seat. We appreciate you all joining us this morning, and we're about ready to start our ceremony. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If everybody could take their seats, we're about ready to start our grand opening ceremony. As soon as we get their photo up, right there.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting seeing this layout of chairs. Reminds me of the Air Force Academy graduation that took place earlier this year. Anyways, good morning. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm Paul Ballard, the RTD's CEO and General Manager, and it's great that we're able to get together to celebrate this super moment. Would everyone please rise to join Cheryl Renee for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and broad stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. I don't know about you, but that sent shivers down my spine. I'm telling you. Thank you so much, Cheryl Renee. We really, really appreciate that wonderful, wonderful presentation. So, for the past several months, we've been navigating many challenges thrust upon us from the pandemic. But today it's all about celebrating this major regional milestone, the opening of the N-Line commuter rail. I'd like to acknowledge our RTD board members and all the other elected officials who are here with us today, as well as those who are watching online. Typically, we'd have hundreds of people gathering, but COVID-19 changed the face of our grand opening, limiting the number of people we could have on hand today and dictating stringent social distancing and other social protocols. I'd like to thank our events team because they planned various iterations on how we could celebrate this. You have no idea how many iterations we went through. And we landed on a modest, masked, socially distanced event with the RTD board, some key partners, and North Metro officials. Many people are with us virtually today through our live stream, and to all of you, thank you for joining us today. When I started at RTD in February, my main goals were to lead RTD while the board found a permanent general manager and CEO, improve recruitment and retention of bus and rail operators, evaluate the long-term financial viability of RTD, and open the N-Line. And that's what we're doing today. So RTD has faced its share of challenges leading up to this day. But in my 40 years as a general manager, CEO, or president in the transit industry, what I can tell you is these massive transit infrastructure projects all have their own unique challenges, and we work through them, and we've done just that with the N-Line. Then, shortly after I arrived, COVID-19 hit, forever changing our world, our lives, and the way we do business. RTD, like the rest of the world, is facing a new financial reality. But the opening of this line today, it's a bright spot, so let's celebrate. The N-Line will be a great option to being stuck in traffic on I-25, 13 miles between here and Union Station, connecting people to the places they want and need to go. What's particularly impressive to me is that this is the 7th major project that RTD has delivered in the past 4 years. You know, that's almost, I think it is unprecedented. 7th major transit project RTD has delivered in the past 4 years. We need to celebrate that too. Thank you, thank you. It takes years of work to get to this point and scores of people. First, I'd like to thank the dedicated staff of RTD, led by our senior leadership team, and especially our Chief Operating Officer, Michael Ford, Assistant General Manager of Rail Operations, Dave Jensen, Assistant General Manager of Planning, Bill Van Meter, our General Counsel, Melanie Snyder, Assistant General Manager of Capital Programs, Henry Stoppelkamp, our CEO, Heather McKillop, and thanks to all of you for guiding us through this project, through the financing, the design, the construction, and startup. I'd also like to thank Jennifer Rossamato for some creative and tenacious legal work which facilitated all of this coming together. As you may know, Jennifer is leaving us next month for a job in the private sector, and I know we all wish Jennifer Rossamato well. I'd like to recognize also Alan Miller, the nervous person walking up and down the platform, checking on everything, making sure everything is ready. And the whole commuter rail line and the whole stand-up team, our N-Line project managers, Ashlyn Vaughn and current project manager Chuck Kulig, and the whole N-Line project team. Would all of those on the commuter rail and N-Line teams who are here either stand or raise your hand so we can acknowledge you, please? As usual, they're standing. Thank you. So many of us who are here today standing on the shoulders of those who came before us. We wouldn't be here without the steadfast commitment and leadership of those who preceded us. I'd like to thank former General Managers Dave Genova, who saw the N-Line through most of its construction, and Phil Washington, whose bold initiative put the N-Line on track following the Great Recession. Dave and Phil are with us today, along with former Assistant General Manager of Capital Programs, Rick Clark. And we wouldn't be here today, yes, a hand for Rick Clark too, thank you. We wouldn't be here today without the vision and the regional collaboration of former RTD CEO, the late Carl Marcella, the father of Fast Tracks. These 4 individuals were all instrumental in bringing the N-Line to fruition, and we thank them. Dave, Phil, and Rick, please stand and let's give you another round of applause. Thank you. Dave, Phil, and Rick. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. We also wouldn't be here today without our state and federal partners. We very much appreciate the folks from the Federal Railroad Administration, the Federal Transit Administration, and the Colorado Public Utilities Commission. I'd also like to thank our contractors, regional rail partners. Together, we've delivered a rail line that the whole metro area can be proud of. Next, I'd like to thank our stakeholders and citizens for your support and patience. And to our board of directors, thank you for your leadership. And thank you also for the trust and confidence you have placed in me. You have incredibly tough jobs leading an agency with the largest transit service area in the country. We all owe you a great debt of gratitude. And with that, I'd like to introduce the leader of the RTD board, our chair, our leader, Angie Rivera Malpiedi.
Good morning, bienvenidos a todos. What a beautiful day to have a great celebration. I am extraordinarily proud to be standing here today to mark another great milestone, not only for the northern communities, but for the entire region. Thank you for being here to celebrate the much-awaited grand opening of the N-Line. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Paul Ballard for coming to RTD and leading us through what has been an unbelievably challenging time. Sir, we appreciate your endurance, your wisdom, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Paul has already recognized the RTD board members, but this group has been extraordinary. They have worked so hard this year, and I would like to acknowledge them again. So I'm going to call your names. Please stand. First Vice Chair, Peggy Catlin. Second Vice Chair, Shelley Cook. Treasurer Lynn Geisinger, Mr. Secretary Vince Busick, Director Natalie Menton, Director Judy Lubau, Director Claudia Folska, Director Doug Tisdale, Director Troy Whitmore. Please give them a hand. I would also like to recognize our former RTD board members, and especially those who represented the North area, but in particular, I'd like to ask Larry Hoy, our former RTD board chair, to stand. And I would be remiss if I didn't introduce my colleague, the chair of the CDOT Transportation Commission, Ms. Karen Stewart. Please, Karen, stand. All right, as everyone knows, these last several months have been a challenge, and COVID has hit us in a very big way, not unlike all of you. But that hasn't stopped the tireless employees of RTD from making sure that this important piece of Fast Track's puzzle got placed. With this opening, it means that we've completed more than 70% of Fast Tracks, and no one more than RTD would like to finish the rest of it. We are leading through unprecedented times at RTD in weathering global pandemic, dealing with budget shortfalls, and a transition to a new general manager and CEO. But I am thrilled to share with you that our new GM and CEO, Deborah Johnson, will help us navigate through these tough times. She has a diverse, impressive background, creativity, and a solid best practices that she will be guided by the people and our dedicated team of employees, our stakeholders, and the public that we all serve. We look forward to working with Ms. Johnson as she continues to elevate the position of RTD as a world-class agency, and we are all proud to be part of it. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Governor Jared Polis and the state legislative leadership who remain our valued partners in our collective public service to the citizens of the region. The governor sends his regrets that he could not be with us today due to other commitments, but he issued a proclamation that I will read on his behalf. The proclamation is, whereas the Regional Transportation District opened its newest commuter rail line, the N Line, and whereas the Denver Metro region celebrates this milestone by adding 13 miles of commuter rail to the existing rail network, providing service to the North Metro area, and whereas the N Line provides another transit option in the Denver Metro region with service to and from Denver, Commerce City, North Glen, and Thornton, adding more mobility to the region and connecting residents and visitors with other parts of the metro area for work, study, and play. And whereas the N Line is a key piece of the voter-approved Fast Tracks Transit Expansion Program that is transforming transportation through the Denver Metro region, having added 25 miles of light rail, 53 miles of commuter rail, 18 miles of bus rapid transit, and developing an intermodal hub at Union Station in downtown Denver. And whereas the Regional Transportation District provides public transportation in 8 counties, including all of Boulder, Broomfield, Denver, and Jefferson counties, part of Adams, Arapahoe, Douglas counties, and a small portion of Weld County. And whereas the Regional Transportation District is dedicated to serving the public and providing for the transportation needs of over 3 million people within a 2,400 square mile service area, and whereas the Regional Transportation District, through its 51-year history, helps people save money, protects the environment, fosters community development, and improves the Denver Metro quality of life. Therefore, I, Jared Polis, Governor of the State of Colorado, do hereby proclaim September 21, 2020 as Regional Transportation District's N Line Opening Day, given under the hand of my executive seal in the state of Colorado this 21st day of September 2020, Jared Polis. Thank you, Mr. Governor. Now, with that, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce our Secretary of the Board, Mr. Vince Busick.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you all for being here today. Before we start, I want everybody to raise their hand and wave, all right? Had to get a selfie. You know, as one of the RTD directors who represents part of the North Metro area, I'm thrilled that the long-awaited opening of the N Line is finally here. We've endured our share of challenges getting to this day, so it's very gratifying that we're here at last. Residents in Commerce City, Thornton, North Glen, and in fact the whole North region have eagerly anticipated this rail service. We'll now be connected to the rest of the existing fast track system. Our residents will take this train to jobs, school, services such as doctor appointments and VA visits, to cultural events and entertainment throughout the Denver metro area. And all of the metro area can come to see these types of events in Adams County and the North region as well. The investment in this new commuter rail is significant. Not only the financial investments our taxpayers contributed to Fast Tracks, but also the investment our communities made to complete stations on this line, and the new business ventures that will be underway as transit-oriented development can now be realized. There's been an emotional investment as well. So many people eager to have the convenience of train travel, to avoid congested roads, to feel safe as they age, and importantly, to know that their communities are now connected to the greater Denver region where friends and relatives live. Thanks to so many proponents who, for so many years, supported this project, from prior RTD board members, past elected officials who supported Fast Tracks, and to present ones who have continued that advocacy. I'd also like to thank the North Area Transportation Alliance and Smart Commute Metro North, the North I-25 Transportation Management Organization, for their collaboration, persistence, and support. Without your determination and demand for equity, we would not be here today. Your enthusiasm for the N Line has never wavered. Paul mentioned earlier the importance of our federal partners, and that includes our congressional delegation, who have worked over the years to secure federal funding and to implement policies that advocate for RTD. While our delegation was not able to join us today, U.S. Senator Cory Gardner did send a short video message for us to share today. Those of you joining us through the live stream will see the video, and those of you here with us at the ceremony will get to hear the message.
Hi, I'm United States Senator Cory Gardner. It's an honor to be a part of today's grand opening ceremony for RTD's N Line and offer my congratulations to who made this possible today. I frequently hear from Coloradans across our state who are concerned with improving our transportation infrastructure, and I'm proud to have worked with the U.S. Department of Transportation to help secure funding for numerous transportation projects in Colorado. And going forward, I will continue my efforts to support Colorado's needs at the federal level. The opening of the N Line is an exciting milestone that stands to boost our economy in Colorado and better connect our communities. I'm excited to be a part of today's grand opening. Congratulations to everyone who's worked hard to make this day possible, and I look forward to continuing our work together with RTD, local leaders, and everyone across the state to further improve the transportation systems in Colorado.
Thank you, Senator Gardner. Now I'm honored to introduce my North Metro colleague, RTD Director Troy Whitmore. And some of you may know it's Troy's birthday today, and the RTD board chipped in and got him a train. Thank you, Troy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vince. You just never know what's going to come out of that mouth of his. I think I've got several other board members that would agree with me on that, and probably Karen as well. Good morning. Wow, what a day, a beautiful day, and thank you all for being here. Again, I'm Troy Whitmore. I'm Director for District K, and I am beyond happy to be at this occasion, as I'm sure the rest of you are as well. Yeah, thank you. First of all, I would just like to thank the communities along and around this line for your patience and resolve. This has been a long time coming, as we all know, but we thank you for your patience and for your support and your partnership. I too would also like to thank former RTD board members who came before Director Busick and myself that helped to lead the fight for this line and for more service in the northern suburbs. And I see in the audience two of my predecessors from District K, my immediate predecessor, Paul Solano, and a ways back, Dave Rose from Brighton. Gentlemen, thank you, and thank you for your leadership. You know, when we all work together over the years, we're able to reach our goals. And I'm proud that RTD started laying the groundwork on this project in 2006 when it bought the $118 million railroad right-of-way from Union Pacific. The N line simply could not have been completed without this big investment, and it served as an early commitment to RTD to deliver key investments along this rail corridor. I remember when this line was not set to be complete for many, many years. But thanks to collaboration with the private sector, determined stakeholders, many who are here today, we are here today celebrating the opening of the N line. This gives people more options to get around this great metropolitan area. And this line has brought and continues to bring tremendous transit-oriented development with new homes, new jobs, and new businesses coming to the area. And we all did this working together. As I said before, and others have said as well, collaboration is the key. And as my colleagues have mentioned, our state and federal partners have been very, very important to us. Congresswoman Diana DeGette also wasn't able to be here because she had to be in Washington, but she did send a statement, so I would like to read her statement to you all. Dear Mr. Ballard, thank you all for inviting me to attend today's ceremony. I wish I could be there with you all in person. Every single person who played a role in this project should be extremely proud of what they accomplished. This new train will soon provide new opportunities to visitors and residents alike and will help further connect our region in a way it's never been before. Denver's transit system and the work you all do at RTD is a key part of our economy and our way of life. Whether it's helping our workers get to work or our students to get to school or our residents get home at the end of the day, our transit system is what keeps us all connected and moving. I know this is particularly important as RTD continues to face the devastating funding shortfall caused by COVID-19. And it's why I'm continuing to fight for every federal dollar we can get to ensure that RTD has the resources it needs to continue moving not only today, but also far into the future. So thank you all for everything you have done for the community, and congratulations on yet another terrific achievement. I hope you have a wonderful event and look forward to seeing you all soon. Sincerely, Diana DeGette, United States Congresswoman. Thank you all very much. Thank you for being here. It's my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of Commerce City, easy for me to say, Benjamin Huseman, Mayor, Commerce City.
Thank you, Director Whitmore. This is an exciting moment for Commerce City and the many other project partners who have made this line a reality. Rail lines have always been about making connections. Since the Golden Spike was driven into the Utah dirt to complete the first transcontinental railroad in 1869, we've understood that trains create important links between people and places. While on a smaller scale, the N line also creates exciting new opportunities with a new transportation link between Commerce City and our neighbors Denver, Thornton, and North Glen. It is no small accomplishment to connect 4 established cities with a commuter rail line adjacent to a major refinery, a large water treatment facility, and a historic cemetery. Additionally, a significant portion of the N line through Commerce City travels over Colorado's longest bridge, the brand new 9,500-foot Skyway Bridge. I would like to acknowledge the coordinated efforts from local business, government, and the public that have built bridges, literally and figuratively, to progress in Commerce City and the other cities along the N line. Everybody here today, both physically and virtually, should be very proud of this milestone, which is the successful culmination of years of partnership. And now it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce the amazing Mayor of North Glen, Meredith Leidy.
Well, thank you to my dear friend, Mayor Huseman. So, what an exciting day. It's so good to see everybody. So, the city of North Glen is honored to be a part of this huge milestone celebration. The N Line is a symbol of progress and expansion for our region, attracting new businesses and encouraging smart development. This line and the North Glen 112th Street station will be catalysts for new employment and economic development opportunities in our city and the North Metro region. You should come visit us. From iconic artwork on the station plaza to thoughtful future urban design, we hope to ensure a sense of place and community to enhance commuters' travel experience. I look forward to seeing North Glen continue to develop as a vibrant, walkable, mixed-use community alongside the rail station, where smart growth and intelligent transportation options go hand in hand. And now it is my pleasure to introduce an even more fabulous mayor, Jan Coleman from the city of Thornton.
Thank you so much, Mayor Leidy. And good morning. I am Thornton Mayor Jan Coleman, and I am honored to be part of this historic celebration. This station at Eastlake is particularly fitting. Eastlake itself was settled as a railway station, a railway village in 1911, and the community joined the city of Thornton in 1990. And for the city of Thornton, this is about connecting our community. I want to say thank you to RTD for having such a nice celebration. It's great to have all of you here and for all of us to be able to ride these trains. So many people from all of our communities have been looking forward to being able to use these trains for traveling all over the metro area and even out to the airport. As elected officials, we know the difficult position of trying to reassure our constituents when a project doesn't initially go as planned. The completion of this project is a testament to all the people and organizations who played important roles in helping RTD make commuter rail in our region a reality. Many people here today had that role, and I want to commend you on being steady in your support to make this happen. We've overcome so many obstacles to get to this point, but today we can finally look forward and know the trains are really arriving. I want to thank all of our staff and the staff members from all of the other communities represented here today for their efforts working with RTD to get this open for our residents. I'm excited to get people riding these trains. And now, I would like to introduce another fabulous leader in our community, Adams County Commissioner and Board Director, Emma Pinter.
Thank you. What an honor to be here for such an exciting celebration. The communities all along the N Line have been working together for more than 20 years to make this line a reality. Many, many people have been involved in these efforts, and we greatly appreciate each and every one of you. There have been several shout outs from the stage. I really can't take this moment without acknowledging all the city council members that have also contributed. So if you're a Commerce City City Council member, we'd like to acknowledge you. So how many Commerce City City Council members do we have? And then North Glen, Thornton, and my colleagues at the Adams County County Commission, because we do everything we do as a team. This dedication of this line today is truly a celebration of the coordinated effort to carefully plan and grow our county and our cities as vibrant, connected centers of smart growth. I'm a strong believer in providing opportunities that enhance people's chance for success and quality of life. The N Line is a key component of our transportation infrastructure that will help us grow our local economies, bring us together, and make it easier to go about our daily lives. Let's celebrate the beginning of a new chapter for the North Metro area. I'll hand over the microphone to Greg Ritke, Vice President of Construction from Graham Contracting, who is here representing Regional Rail Partners.
Good morning. I'd like to say thank you to RTD for the invitation to speak today. This has been an 8-year journey for me. When I first started looking at turning in an unsolicited proposal on this line, in the press, it wasn't very positive between RTD and some of the stakeholders. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad. We got the teams together, we turned an unsolicited proposal in, and it was accepted by RTD. I remember when we finally got a notice to proceed and a contract signed, I met with Phil Washington and I said, why do you do this? With all the politics involved, I can't see why anybody would even want to have a job like that. And he told me, he said, Greg, when you put a stake in the ground, it never comes back out. And it's a positive for all the people in the community, the people who use the line, and the community and the development that it brings. Maybe someday he'll come home and run for mayor. On behalf of Regional Rail Partners, it's been an honor and a privilege to work on this line. Congratulations to everybody that worked so hard to get us here today. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks to all of the speakers. What a great job we've done today. We did miss one elected official when we were doing the introductions. State Representative Kyle Mullick is also here today. I'm not sure exactly where, but if you would like to wave or whatever, right out there. Thank you. Thank you for being with us here today. So today we continue RTD's trailblazing spirit, opening a rail line in the middle of a pandemic. 51 years of being a leader in the transit industry in so many ways. Starting at noon today, RTD is offering free rides on the N line through Sunday. So you got a whole week to come out and give it a try. Then we'll begin our fare pilot program. The first 6 months of the N line will just be a $3 one-way fare. So come and give it a try. I also want to point out that there are additional discount fares available for qualified riders. So I encourage people to check out our website for fares that may work for them. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, I'd like to ask our chair, Angie Rivera-Malpiedi, and directors Busick and Whitmore to join me up here for the unveiling of the plaque, signifying the official establishment of the N line. Oops. All right. One more. And we're over there spell checking the names, so we should be good. So now I would like the rest of the speakers to join us up front here for the ribbon cutting below. And if all of you can come back, we'll do a socially distanced cutting. Now those are scissors. Okay. Let's get ready. I will do the countdown. We cut on 0, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Folks, thank you so very much for being with us today, for sitting in the sun. We really appreciate it. We're on schedule. It's 10:41. N-Line is open for business. And those of you who came on the train will depart at 11:15. Thank you, everyone. And let me say, all aboard.